Ready?
All right, and we'll try this again.
You're listening to the podcast where we talk about life, sports, family, and everything in between. Welcome to Just Talking Out Loud with your hosts, Ron and Terry.
Hello, and welcome to our show. I'm Ron.
And I'm Terry.
And it's great to be with you, and thank you for joining us today. As we're going to look at or taste brownies that we found in our cupboard.
Expired.
Yeah, they're 2 years, right? 2 years old.
Yeah, and I know that I bought them before 2 years. I mean, because we cleaned out all our stuff during COVID.
Right.
And got rid of all the expired stuff. And my mom took all our canned soups and ate them. And she ate them. She said, it doesn't matter if they're expired. And she didn't get sick from them. So
I'm not. I'm going to ask the question for those of you that are watching on YouTube or listening. What is the oldest item you found if you cleaned out your pantry in the last, I don't know, like you said, we cleaned it out since COVID, but
we cleaned it out really good during COVID, and we found 2012 things in there, and like old soup stuck in the very back, and we, you know, just and cake mixes and stuff like that.
You got to rotate.
Yeah.
Rotate the stock. Well, but remember, we used to do that.
But I know these brownies I've bought, and so they must have come off the shelf.
Right.
Misdated.
And we can tell the difference. So it's not like we don't know which is which.
Yeah. Yeah. Because one is milk chocolate and one's fudge.
Yeah. We didn't get the same. We're just going to try them.
They were both Duncan Hines mix, and they're sitting right next to each other. And the other one just expired. So I probably bought them about a year ago. And one of them says 22 on it.
And we are not, the brownies weren't sent to us or paid by Duncan Hines. No. Although if we'd like to be at some time sponsored by somebody, that'd be great.
Yeah.
Who knows, maybe someday. So we're going to do that. We're also going to talk about cholesterol hands. Hopefully you don't have this. I have a picture. We'll show you. I'll show Terry. She hasn't seen this yet. So we'll show her that. And we have a couple things we want to grab onto and dig into. We're going to change things up a little bit because we are on video now. And this is kind of exciting. It's kind of fun, but we're also frazzled because I work. She was in the kitchen all day today. So if we're a little bit out of sync, it's because we don't know what we're doing.
Yeah,
just
a lot of stress.
Being honest. Okay. We're just being honest. These are two people that have done this now. We've had our podcast, Just Talking Out Loud, for going on. This is our 5th season, but this is our first venture into video. Mm-hmm. And as we said last week, or I told, Terry's been on video, but that's beside the point. You can look it up. No, I'm just kidding. Might be online, but no. We're having, so we're going to try the brownies first. We're going to do that. We're also going to talk about,
you want to do this?
Oh yeah, let's do it. So Terry got a Kohl's. I have to get a suit. I tried a suit on. I haven't had on for
a while.
And let's just say that
at least a year or more.
The pants I got buttoned, but
do you want it by your event at work?
My what?
Do you want a new suit by March 1st?
No, because it's denim and diamonds, not
so you
dressy up suit. I would look silly. Everybody else is going to be in blue jeans and frilly things.
Oh, but they wear those
bling,
studs. Okay,
and they're all
so
going to be
get an extra 30% if you
So hold
find
that
one
up. Everybody can see. There it is right there, 30%.
At Kohl's. Plus you get your Kohl's cash, which I hate that Kohl's cash because it makes me go back and I buy things I don't need.
But I would much rather go, I don't know, I'm not harping on Kohl's. I'm just trying to figure out where to go get my suit.
If anyone has any good suggestions,
give them to me. Someone said Macy's today. I don't think we have a Burlington other than Bridgeville. You have to go to Bridgeville, I think, for Burlington. Although it might be one still.
It used to be in South Hills.
In South Hills, behind.
I don't ever remember one being in Bridgeville.
Where else could you go? We used to have.
You could go down
Pennies.
You could go down
the Highlands.
Yeah, the Highlands way, and there's stuff down there. There's a Pennies. Let
me move over just a little bit. So I'm not used to being on.
You might be able to order them online someplace.
I'm hoping to upgrade.
Like the Men's Warehouse online or something.
My future look into this is to upgrade this so that you can see us both at the table. You can see us both. It's split screen, but I would like to have a little more
So
we'll see how this goes.
More if we have
we have more people, we want to make sure that this is
Everyone
all. And I just haven't had the time to dig into anything lately. But we're having a good time, and hopefully you are too. We're also going to talk about the 5 most dangerous expired condiments in your fridge. And we might do that. I might have Terry go up and get whatever we have, and we'll read the date if we can find it.
I know there's condiments.
And we'll see how much it is out of date.
Other people give me their condiments, or they leave them here at picnics, and then they get shoved to the back because there's something we don't even use.
And we're also going to talk about ketchup. Heinz finally answered the question, should it be in the refrigerator or not? Because that's been the big thing. It does say on the bottle, just to be clear, it says refrigerate after opening. We'll talk about more on that coming up. But first, we're going to try 2-year-old brownies, and the other one is barely expired, right?
Yeah, and they were good. We made them Sunday,
I've had
we've
those.
ate them.
We've had.
Do you want?
So I'm going to grab one here. This is the brownie, if you can see what we got going on there.
It did bake up, and it did raise, and it looks fine.
This is what is a fudge brownie?
It's a fudgy brownie.
And these are 2 years old.
It was 22, it said on them.
Oh, this is 25. It's 3 years old.
Yeah. Was the end of 22, I think it expired.
So do you...
And I know I bought these at the same time. That's what gets me. So that means one of them was in the back and someone pushed it forward. And
I'd like to ask our friends out there.
It actually tastes decent, doesn't it?
If you've ever tried to cook, to bake something.
We'll tell you if we get sick.
Yeah, I'll let you know. On the next episode, you'll find out. This will be a weekly podcast still, just like our audio. Unless we have something that comes up and Terry and I have a great idea. Then we'll put it on video.
Little video chip clips.
But I will say, for a 3-year-old brownie that's been out of date, this is not bad. And friends,
my mom always says you can eat everything. That's the best buy date. It's not. It's I guess smell everything. If it doesn't smell good, I wouldn't eat it.
Yeah, my mom smells everything.
Yeah.
Before no matter what it is. Yeah, that's the old sniff test, and then you go from there. But I got to be honest, for 3 years old, it's not bad. And as I was asking our friends out there that are watching or listening, what you can text us too, if you're listening, please text us and let us know if you found something in your cabinet. Did you make it?
And how old?
And how old was it?
How many years expired have you tried things?
You know what? This is screwed up now, because here's why. I have great questions on my phone, but I can't use my phone. Because we're taping. We're actually recording, and I have some questions that I ask. Well, I'll just...
Can you get on my phone on them?
Not on... I don't know if I can get through I might be able to. I don't know if I can... We might be able to. We'll have to check that. That'll be our ending. Some of the questions we had. So let's hold off. We'll grab your phone afterwards. So what would you say, Terry?
I ate the whole thing. It was really good. It was good enough for me to keep on eating.
You thought they were burnt. They're not burnt.
No, they were.
As a matter of fact,
these very fudgy. They were called fudgy. They were better than the ones that I cooked on Sunday.
And these were Duncan Hines. And Duncan's, if you'd like to sponsor an episode and send us some of your food, we'll try anything.
Those were called fudgy, and the other ones were called milk chocolate. And I like the fudgy better than the milk chocolate.
I do like the, this is the fudgy. I do like, yeah.
And I use the milk chocolate, but I put all kinds of, I put peanut butter chips and chocolate chunks in it.
If we get sick, we promise we'll let you know.
That way you know not to.
That way you can hear
it. That way you know not to eat expired.
Yeah. I'm a little more afraid of the cans. And I know you say that's not a bad thing, but I'm scared of a can.
Cans are good because you know why she says that? Old timers.
Yeah.
Her mom and her grandma canned every year, and if something got squished to the back and they ate it 2-3 years later, they never worried about it. They canned goods, and they said they're sealed. As long as the seal's not broke. Now, if the seal's broke, it's bad.
Right.
But as long as she thinks if it's in a can and it's sealed, it should be good. Now that's where you get the problems if you buy dented cans, or you know what I mean? If there was a little hole that you don't know about it, that would make it go bad. But she says she eats expired soups and stuff.
Okay. So I don't know. How do you feel about that, ladies and gentlemen out there? Do you, on a can, do you feel a little more safe with a can than you would a box, or is it vice versa? Would you rather throw away the can? I can honestly say these brownies. Now, what was it? We cooked something that was very thin. Remember,
mix.
There was a cake mix.
We did a cake mix that was.
It was like this.
Over COVID, we found something that was really old. Like it might have been 2009 or 2012.
A white or
a yellow cake mix, and we cooked it just to see and it did not raise. So the baking powder and it was no good. And it smelled a little bit funny, and we did not eat it.
We didn't do the sniff test on that, which is kind of surprising.
Oh, we did, but we wanted to see what it was. Yeah, it did not rise at all, though.
No, it was not good. So I was wondering. Answer us if you can.
How old is too old? I don't know.
And we'll come back to those, anyone that answers us, because that'll be interesting to see. But I can honestly say they were pretty good for brownies. You'd never, if I didn't know.
If we wouldn't have looked at that, we were actually.
Never would have thought.
I had said we need to look through our pantry because I've been dieting on and off for the last who knows how long.
Yeah.
And so I haven't been using stuff like that.
No, we've been trying to. I got some news on my cholesterol, so it's nothing. I'm on medicine, and it didn't work. So it's either I'm going to cut after these brownies, cut the sugar. The job I have is the greatest job in the world, but man of days,
there's a lot of
I've
junk
got
food
to stop the food. I've got to find some type of willpower. I don't have any willpower. I just don't. I got to find some way to say no. But you got to enjoy life too, don't you?
Well, you don't need a donut every day.
Well, no, I don't have a donut every day. They don't do that.
But
I'm just saying sometimes they have like tomorrow. Tomorrow there's going to be cookies. There's going to be food. There's going to be. So I don't know. It's hard for me. It's difficult.
And you're not like overweight, so it's not like.
I don't even consider myself overweight. Am I?
No.
But something's off. My eating habits. That's number one. Got to stop that. And so anyway, the medicine just has not worked. And I was going to go somewhere else with this discussion, and I
forgot.
I forgot where I was going with it. So that's why you take notes on the podcast. So do we want to do the 5 most dangerous, or do you want to do? I have some other things. You want to do the cholesterol hands? What would you like to talk about first before we? I had some.
Well, since you mentioned your cholesterol, do you have the picture of the cholesterol?
Yeah, let's do the cholesterol. So we have this story. This man ate 6 to 9 pounds of butter and cheese a day, and he developed what was called cholesterol hands. And let me show you the picture on this. Just give me 1 second. I have the picture right here. I'm going to give Terry one so she can see it, and then I'm going to show our lovely people. I don't know if you'll be able to tell. I'm going to try and. I don't know if you can see it.
Yeah,
if you're listening, you're not.
They look like chapped.
Why don't you describe, Terry, if you can, for our listening audience? They're yellow. You can see the yellowness.
Yeah, like where your veins go through. It's yellow deposited.
Yes.
Deposits. And they look like they're chapped.
Picture on. I'm going to show one.
Yeah, that's.
If you could see it.
It's very. They look very chapped, like they look red with yellow.
They're very red
with yellow lines through them.
It says.
So how bad is his cholesterol?
Doctors say a man who ate just pounds of butter and cheese and hamburgers every day for 8 months. So this is an 8-month development that he has done this. Developed yellowish lumps of cholesterol in his body. So they were lumps. So those yellow bumps that you're seeing are actually cholesterol lumps
in his body.
He was following an extreme carnivore diet, and doctors say the lesions formed because his body wasn't processing cholesterol. The condition is called, I meant to look this word up, and I don't know, it's really long, starts with an X. Let's just say that. And it can deposit not only under the skin, but in other parts of the body and cause heart attacks and strokes. So you don't want to be eating just butter
and
cheese and hamburgers every day for 8 months, because it's going to cause you to have some cholesterol hands. So that's the backstory. He also had on the soles of his feet and his elbows these lumps of cholesterol lumps were all over. That's crazy. I don't know why he was following that. That diet doesn't even sound good. He said at first he felt great. He lost some weight and then became more energetic, he said, and had more mental clarity. But about after 8 months, that's when he started getting the lesions on his eyelids. The lesions appeared on his palm of his hands and the soles of his feet. So that is what you call, I'm going to show one more time, the cholesterol. If you're watching on YouTube, you want to see these pictures or just look it up. Cholesterol hands, and they're just nasty. It's nasty. Nasty looking, don't you think?
Yeah.
But you'd have to know if you're eating cheese and butter for 8 months, it's going to cause some kind of problem. Right?
Yeah.
It's like sitting down and eating a whole bucket of candy. Eventually, it's going to come back to haunt you every day for 8 months, which is probably why I'm having all these issues. I don't know.
No, you don't eat that bad.
No, but the M&Ms, I'm an M&M fanatic. I love M&Ms. I like a good cookie. I like donuts.
But every time I've been dieting, you're cut off of noodles and you eat less bread.
Yeah, I do. And I do eat.
And you eat the fish that I make.
Yes, I eat fish. I've been eating. Well, here's the thing. I was looking up foods that help with cholesterol. So those of you that have cholesterol issues, let me know what you're doing for your cholesterol, because I'd love to know. Maybe there's something that I could do. I eat apples every day.
Flaxseed was wonderful. The very first time they told you your cholesterol was high, I started grinding flaxseed and put it in your cereal, on your muffins, in your casseroles, in everything. And the next time you went, you didn't have a problem.
Well, I was also taking a supplement that they had recommended, a red yeast that I was taking.
And I was taking like
only 3 pills, and I was taking 6 pills. Now, when I was on the cholesterol medicine, I didn't take as much as the other stuff. Maybe I should have. I don't know. But I'm starting to think that, obviously, I try to exercise every day on a bike. I don't get to it every day, but I'm trying to. And but if you are out there and you are struggling with cholesterol and you have an idea, tell me what you're doing. I have apples every day. Cheerios is supposed to be good, but not Honey Nut Cheerios. There was
it's supposed to be no sugar.
Yeah, no Honey Nut. The lady we did a health fair, and the lady that's what do you call that? Nutritionist she said what to do is to mix the two. If you don't like the plain Cheerios, mix two of them together. That way you're not getting all one or the other.
Sugar.
But really you should just have the plain Cheerios with flaxseed, which I have been doing. But I like the Aldi's. If you haven't tried the Aldi, no.
Aldi's almond.
Almond, no. That wasn't Aldi's. What did we buy?
Yeah,
Was it Aldi's or Big Lots?
It's all.
Did they have it?
They
didn't have it.
Had it the second time we were in. The Aldi's.
Oh, that's right. That's right, because they only had 2 boxes left.
Almond Crunch.
Yes, Almond Crunch. So I thought maybe that would be better, but maybe it's not because it's the sugar. I should have brought the box to see how much sugar is in there. Because that's the big thing, right?
I think that's the main American health problems is there's sugar in everything you buy, anything that's processed. And that's been my new goal, not to diet, to just get off processed food or only eat processed food like when I go to a restaurant or something.
Right.
That way I'm only getting it once in a while. I mean, I'm trying to do the coconut milk out of the can. I'm trying to do coconut water.
We do smoothies?
Yes.
That hasn't helped me?
Which I'm surprised because I put flaxseed and stuff in the smoothies.
The flaxseed and the, what's the lettuce? The kale. Although I heard kale's not good for you.
Well, kale is not real good for your thyroid.
We
That's
just found
the
that
last
out.
thyroid doctor I listened to.
So who knows?
Kale, edamame, beans and...
Black beans are good for cholesterol. I just read that.
And something else. There's a third one.
Terry was on the bean diet. I guess I should have taken some beans and tried that. So anyway, let me know what you're doing in the comments with your cholesterol.
And whether diet is working, and if it is, where to get the diet
let me know.
from.
I'll try it. I mean, I got it. Well, I know you got to get off the sugar. I know that.
So I'm just trying to get off all processed food. And I've been trying to get off sugar ever since, for years, because it does bad things to me.
Yeah. Have you had any, you need a brain boost? I got this is just came out. This was a study done. They say if you go out to restaurants, you play bingo, you visit friends, or attend religious services, it gives you extra years of healthy brain function. This is according to Rush University and their medical center. They said that the study found that older adults who stayed socially active typically developed dementia 5 years later than those who were less social. It's a difference that actually could extend your life and maybe, save hundreds of thousands of dollars just in healthcare by playing bingo and just going out and being more social.
We used to play cards all the time.
I mean, we got to be more social, get our brain health going. Get off that phone. That's what we're doing. We're on the phone all the time. We're stuck on the phone playing our games and
eating sugar.
And eating sugar. That's exactly what we're doing. What game? I only have the one fishing game. It's like a fish game I play.
I mean, we still play cards. Some.
You and I,
but
once in a blue moon.
We used to play socially.
We need to get back into it. Whoever, find somebody that wants to play some cards, and let's get some brain bingo. Maybe we should play bingo. We need somebody to call out the
numbers.
The numbers.
We used to have a Mickey Mouse bingo.
Who had the one that had the wheel? Someone had a wheel, remember?
I don't know. It was your mom, I think.
Was it my mom?
Mom's? I don't know.
Why do I remember a wheel had? Maybe, I don't know. Anyway, play bingo. That might. A lot of people love bingo. That's what they do.
I know.
They love to go to the bingo and put all the
most
splotches
of the Catholic
on
churches still do it, and some of the fire halls were.
A lot of fire halls do it. That's how they make some of their money when they volunteer fire departments. They need to raise money, and I guess it's a great way to do that. Well, bingo Mondays, bingo Tuesdays.
You have to buy the sheets.
Yeah, you
however
buy
much they
$5 for. I don't know. I don't go bingo, so I really don't know. So you want to start a podcast? Maybe you're listening to the show today and you're thinking to yourself, "Boy, that would be fun!" And I have a lot of things I want to talk about. Maybe today is the day. Maybe you're looking for a new marketing channel, or you have a message that you'd like to share with the world, or you just think it would be fun to have a talk show. Now, it is a lot of fun just talking to your friends. Maybe you have ideas about sports, life, or whatever your passion is. Today's the day. Podcasting is easy, it's inexpensive, and it's a fun way to expand your reach online. And where should you go? Buzzsprout. It's hands down the easiest, and it's the best way to launch, promote, and track your podcast. And your show, believe it or not, can be online and listed in all the major podcast directories in minutes, like Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Podcast, and you wouldn't believe how many more there are. And they make it simple to join all of them. Podcasting is not hard when you have the right partners, and Buzzsprout is the team to join. They are passionate about your success. You can join over 1,000 podcasters already using Buzzsprout. We're one of them. We've been on Buzzsprout from the beginning, and I'm so glad I joined up. I had a little bit of an issue, emailed a customer service rep, and they got back to me within 5 minutes, and they had me calm down. It wasn't that hard, and what I was doing was my fault. So here's all you got to do. Click on the link in the show notes. It tells Buzzsprout we sent you. You can support our show, and if you get a paid plan, you get a $20 gift certificate from Amazon. Now, here's some other things that Buzzsprout provides. Like, you get a great looking podcast website. Now, a lot of people think, I got to get a website, got to pay for that. No, you don't. They provide it for you. Also, they have audio players. Maybe you have a website, and all you want to do is promote your show on your own website. You can do that with their audio players, and you can also drop it into other websites and on Facebook or Twitter, and they help you do it all. Believe me, Buzzsprout is the way to go. They've helped me immensely, and I've had a lot of fun doing it. So maybe today is a day for you to start your podcast. And if you do, check out the link below in the show notes and get a $20 Amazon gift card. Move over, ladies. It turns out men are hopeless romantics when it comes to curling up with a steamy book. Yeah, it says in a...
You've never done
I
that.
like the romance when you read the romance. My best summer, the greatest summer I ever had, and I've told many people this story, except for these beautiful, is when Terry was reading the series called, I lost the name of it.
50 Shades.
50 Shades of Grey. That was my best, ladies, that was my best summer ever. I love that summer.
So
I thought it was the water. It wasn't the water.
You're so full of it.
I'm not full of it. It's the truth. At that time, Terry still had a libido, and it worked.
So full of it.
You might say it, but I'm telling you, that was the best summer I ever had. Anyway, it turns out men like to apparently read. I like to have her read and get, her blood boiling, but that doesn't work anymore. But anyway, they love the romance novel. A recent thrift book survey reveals that men are out reading women in romance department. 63% of male readers proudly waving their romance fan flag compared to 60% of women. Well, it's pretty close. We're only talking, 3%. And they're not just casual dabblers. These guys are clocking an impressive 364 hours per year lost in romantic adventures, while women are logging 312 hours in their literally love affairs. So there you go. Men are romantics, I guess, when it comes to reading books. Any thoughts on that?
News to me.
That's news to you. I don't know. I just, I thought that was interesting.
Never seen any of them reading a romance.
I'd love to read a book. I would love to read a book.
You've tried.
I have attempted.
When I've had back surgeries, you don't even make it through the first chapter.
I can't even get through the first. I don't know if it's my...
Usually not even the first page. Sometimes you can get a page down and that's it. If it doesn't have something grab you right away, you're just...
Yeah, it's just... I don't know. Well, nothing grabs me. I've tried different types of books to see if I could get even sports books that I thought, oh, this is going to be interesting. And it doesn't...
nope, you just don't
it. Doesn't bring it to me.
So do we want to do the fridge thing now?
Yeah, let's do the fridge. I'm going to tell Terry, these are 5 most dangerous expired condiments in your fridge.
You want me to go?
And so here's what I'll start with this. Bottle of ketchup, right? Been in your fridge. These are all...
I think our ketchup's new, though.
I think it is, because we go through that, especially in the summer months. We have a lot of picnics and we do pretty good. So the number one dangerous expired condiment in your fridge could be the mayonnaise. Do we want to see how old our mayonnaise is?
We go through that pretty good here, too. I'll see.
Should I take I guess... I don't know if I should follow you with the camera. It might be hard to do. So she's looking at the mayonnaise. Okay, so we're good. We're good till March on the mayonnaise. Oh, geez. Oh, so the whipped mayonnaise is already out of date. Okay, so that is out of... salad dressing. Creamy kinds that have eggs or cheese are all supposed to be tossed after 2 months. Oily dressings last longer. You have the ketchup. Let's do the ketchup, seeing you have it. That's fairly new. I know it is. Because we just bought like a 2-pack or something, if I'm not mistaken. Here, I'll move you over so you can see. No date on the ketchup. It's hard to find dates anymore. They hide them. Probably can't hear her. Yeah, you can't hear her. So if I do it like this, then I'm out of... But I can't hear you. All right, let's go back. Okay, so there's salad dressing that's creamy or salad dressing that is oily and lasts longer. This one, let's see, is there a date? I can't. Oh, yeah, it is. It's right here. It's on the lid, and I believe it says, well, it's all worn off. Well, look at that. You can see the ketchup. Isn't that nasty? 20. It is 25. So this is still good. Okay, so we have what kind of dressing is that? Honey mustard. How old is that? This is going to let people go through the dressings. I should have brought the microphone over to you because we can't hear you. Should have brought all these out. Yeah. So this one here, this is what we want to see if this one is out of date. And it's hard to find. I guess we could have looked up where they are as far as the dates.
I think this one was in my mom's. Oh, this one's dated 12/19/19 because this was not open. It was in my mom's.
19?
Yeah, it was in my mom's.
Okay, let me.
Cover.
Yeah, hold that up there. That's 1,000. That's the 1,000 out.
It came from my mom's apartment.
Are we going to pitch that?
2 years ago.
We're not using that, are we? Oh, here we go. This one's June 2022. This one here. This is 22. The 1,000 out is 2019. Would you use that, folks? Would you? I don't believe you would. I don't think so anyway. So what about, we did ketchup, barbecue sauce. Any barbecue sauce in there? Mustard. Yes. Barbecue, and they came from the neighbor too, so they're probably out of date. So here's the barbecue sauces. Look at all these barbecue sauces. We had a, we had picnics, and this one's 2021, that one. This one's called the honey, Berman's honey barbecue sauce is 2021. This one is Sweet Baby Ray's. Great. This is really good barbecue sauce. Can you see that? I don't know if you can or not, but if you're not watching, you can. This one is out of date. The date says August 22. So we're not finding many that are in date. And last, soy sauce. I know the soy sauce is out of date. Okay, sweet and sour, 24 is empty. So that's not too bad. So it says that the salad dressing, you should throw out after 2 months. And we've got one that's 2019. So that tells you that. The barbecue sauce is, here, let's go. Ketchup and barbecue sauce. Here we go. It says you've got about 6 months to use them up. Keep an eye on the color. If it changes, toss them. So let's see. Let me see if I can. It doesn't. This one. What is this one? Is this the older one? Berman's. Has an interesting smell, like almost like kerosene. I didn't buy either one. So this is 2021. So this is 4 years old right here. This one has been in our refrigerator. I would say this one. Until it was 2 years old. So our podcast is basically us cleaning out our fridge. So that one's got to go. Now the Sweet Baby Ray's, that is some good barbecue sauce. And I ate this on my stir fry tonight. That one doesn't smell too bad. This one was 22, I believe. Yeah, this was 22. So this is a good way for you guys to clean out your refrigerator. Find out how old this stuff really is. This is honey mustard. So we got a Sweet Baby Ray's honey mustard. Can you see that? Okay, it's probably backwards because it's the phone and it always does things backwards. So I apologize. This one, I didn't see the date. This one's a 22. So this one's 3 years old. Smells okay. I think I got it on my nose. So that's 3 years old. Man, do you guys go through your refrigerator? Do you do this? I mean, have you done this lately? We have nothing here is less than, let's see, the ketchup is new.
Most of the other salad dressings are 24.
Okay.
Like the end of 24, like fall or winter 24.
Couple months, right?
So they're probably okay, but see, some of this came from Mom's apartment, was in her pantry cupboard when she moved and was in a box downstairs for a year before we ever even saw it. So it's probably only been open for.
Was there a mustard?
What, that honey mustard?
No, just a mustard. Do we have a yellow mustard in there?
Yeah, well, we've had because we don't eat it. Ours, I threw the old one away and got a new one this summer, okay. So I know it's this summer's.
Some people think that soy sauce lasts forever, but you've got to use it in the year. in about a year for soy sauce.
How mustard? About mustard? Doesn't it keep longer? I think it's got vinegar in it.
Because of vinegar, it does last a little bit longer. But once you break the seal, you've got a year to use it up. So even though it still has the vinegar in it, but we haven't done that.
Probably weren't broken the seal till after they were already expired.
Now, the thing about the ketchup, that's what I want to get to next, because the ketchup thing, Heinz there's been this going thing, and it even says after you open the ketchup, there's the Heinz thing. I'm sorry, I keep saying C, and those of you who are listening, I apologize. So just go on YouTube and watch us. But this is good till 25. This has got, quite a while because it's new. But the question was...
But we got a 3-pack.
Yeah, we did.
Over the summer, though, we go through 2 of them or so.
So the question is, do you refrigerate it? Because when you go to the restaurant, it's
sitting on the table. I never thought about that.
It's sitting out. So these questions, and there seems to be a consensus for some, what is the proper way, to put the toilet paper on the roll? Now, do you care, or you just put it on? Do you have a preference?
I just put it on.
You don't, as long as you can rip a thing and do your duty.
When I need it, I want it.
You do your thing. Okay.
I don't like an empty one. If someone empties it, you
can't use the.
And even if I'm like at our kid's house and I don't see any to refill it, I'll say, "Hey, where's the toilet paper? I emptied it," and I'll go find the toilet paper, because I don't want to be the next one to sit down again and not have any.
Yeah, you have to use the roll.
Especially if you didn't, you're going to do a big job and you don't have any.
Yeah. And you forgot your underwear that day. That would be tough. That'd be a rough day for sure. So the ketchup debate, whether or not you're supposed to refrigerate it or not.
Because restaurants don't. You're right.
No, they sit it on the counter, and that's why. How long has it been sitting there? Do they take it in during the night and then bring it back out? So they ask Heinz, the gurus at Heinz, and the company confirms that the best way to enjoy their ketchup is to refrigerate it after opening it. Hence the words refrigerate after opening, clearly printed on the label. As far as the toilet paper question, you're going to have to figure that one out yourself. But the question also was, okay, what about the restaurants that have the ketchup out on the counter? How long is it good for? How long has it been there? Do you have to ask these questions? These are all valid questions.
And I know some of them probably use the same bottle, like buy a jug and wash and reuse the bottle.
I bet they don't even wash the bottle. Come on, folks. Do you believe they're washing the bottle? Come on.
When it's almost empty,
if it gets down to that much, you don't think they take this giant bottle and fill in just squeeze it in? Because I've done it.
Yeah, but
although the last one I cleaned was that.
Well, we have those round ones that we use down.
It's called the picnic thing. Yeah, I clean those.
But I still clean them usually during the fall. Like when we're done with the last picnic, I take them up and empty them and just because the bottom of them's nasty usually. So I usually just clean them out. As a matter of fact, we have the mustard one in there, and that's why we have a brand new. That's why I know my mustard is good. It's from this summer because we emptied the last one, and I bought a new one. But the last one was really old.
All right,
it was really out of date.
Am I just really tall, or are you just slouching?
I don't know.
Well,
I'm leaning forward.
Yeah, is that bad for your back?
I don't know.
One of these days, we'll have to watch Terry do her exercises. She has a bad back, and we'll have to do a podcast.
Watch me do that.
Well, yeah, show them the people that have back issues that you've had 3 back surgeries. So you could show them, because a lot of movements, you can't do some of the crunches because of your back. And so you have other ways of exercising.
I do stretches and wall stretches.
Yes, wall stretches. And I think people would be interested to see what you do and how you do it. How often you do it and how you still move.
I would do something every day. I do some kind of exercise every day. Even when I wake up late or something, I usually, before I go to bed, then I'll put my feet on the wall. Just today I did my workout, and then I was going to do I don't think I ever got back there. No, because then I've called this one and I was on the phone and I never did do my arms. I wanted to do arms then and I didn't do them.
Before we leave, I want to talk about something that, first of all,
Is this going too long?
No, we're good. A very close friend of ours, a neighbor, family, if you will, passed away. And it brought up a lot of, as you get older, and as you can see, I do have, well, you can't see if you're listening, but I got to stop doing that because these people are going to get tired of me saying.
Okay, as you can see.
Yeah, as you can see. I have gray hair and I'm older. I'm going to be 60 this year. And it starts bringing up questions as to how do we want to, how do we
want to say goodbye?
Well, like the end of life stuff starts creeping in. When you're young, you don't think about it. You think no one's guaranteed tomorrow.
I think when we were young, we told your brother we wanted him to have the kids. If something ever happened, like if we were ever in a car accident, that wasn't, we both went, we wanted him to move in here. But
we didn't have a will, and we still don't.
So we never did make a will.
And we're going to do that.
People our wishes. And
do you guys put this stuff off too, or is it just me? Like I need to have people look at my moles. Would you like to, maybe the YouTube would like to see my moles. Maybe they could tell me.
Okay.
I've got bad moles.
If any of them need.
But I need to go see a dermatologist. I haven't done that. I finally got to the dentist. It took me a while, but.
Because you had a toothache.
The toothache always drags you in. But now that's the start. But my point is, are you prepared? We don't have a will. I have something back there that we wrote up kind of, but it's not.
We never had
Who knows if it's
done.
Yeah, it's not notarized, so it's not like it's done. And when we start talking about do we want to be laid out? Do we want to have any type of service? Do we want to be cremated? These are all questions that I don't know.
I don't know. I'm not going to be here. So.
And I feel more, but I asked my mom about it, which I didn't really want to, but I was asking her, like, what do you do? I guess my question was,
who do you talk to?
Who do you trust? Like what funeral home? Where do you go? How do you do all, how do you go about? I guess you just talk to someone and
make arrangements.
Start paying. I don't know. Part of me wants to be cremated. Part of me wants to not be cremated. I don't know. My mom is in the mausoleum, and my mom wants to have a casket. She wants to develop a casket that has a top and a bottom so that
the husband and wife can be
my
together.
Dad's been gone for quite a while. She said when she goes, she'll be on top. I was, wow, that's good for Dad. He's been looking forward to that for a while. And she said, well, if it's the other way around, then, the husband can be on top. Well, okay. Either way, it's a win-win. But she said, don't put me in a expensive box.
Put me in a fine.
She didn't want to have any type of like memorial service or anything. And we said memorial. She goes, I don't want that. And I said, well, what do you care?
But some kind of service where the preacher, says something over you and then you slide you into the mausoleum.
Yeah. But I didn't even like thinking about that kind of stuff. It just, I don't know. It just gives me the EBs. How do you feel about that, ladies and gentlemen? Do you? I know it's something we need to do, especially as we get older. But man, I don't know. It brought up a lot of, and we're just praying for the family, and we're gonna miss him. He was fun to talk to, and he always fed me my Three Musketeers, which could be part of my cholesterol problem. Maybe he contributed to it. I don't know, but he knew I liked Three Musketeers, and he always had them. So I think that was his way of, hey, come on over. Like the candy guy does to the kids.
Over and talk to us. Yeah.
So anyway, we're going to leave on that. Now, you have anything? Do you want to try your phone and see if we can get my questions on there?
Yeah.
Okay, so we're going to leave you with some questions, and then that I had asked this week, and see if you had any other answers. We got a lot of. We did get some good answers to some of the questions. One of them was, I guess someone wanted to give their 13-year-old a credit card. And how do you feel about 13-year-olds getting a credit card? I don't know where your Facebook thing. Oh, here it is. And I thought that was an interesting thing. You and I both said, no way.
13's not old enough to be responsible with it. You're still taking care of their needs. So what do they need?
I thought this was cute. It said, "This is why toys are important." And I don't know if you'll be able to see that or not. But can you see so there's the toys that show that, and they're trying to put a giant mattress in the car. Can you see that?
Yeah. Like that's not going to fit. Why would they put that in there?
Okay, so here's the comments. The question was, someone that I know is giving their 13-year-old a credit card for their birthday. It's on mom and dad's account, so the dad and mom will get alerts when it's used. But is 13 too young to have a credit card? Now, here are some of the answers that you have spoken. David said, 100%, my opinion, I can't see anything but trouble arising from that. Mona said, too young. Alan said, way too young. Janet said, way too young. Dawn, yes. Jillian said, if it's in the child's name and helps them build credit, which I thought the question said.
I don't think you can have a credit rating when you're 13.
You can't put that in their name, can you? They're too young, aren't they? You'd have to be what do you call that? A credit. You know, when you sign for a car, you have to have
a job.
Well, no, I'm saying, even if you had a job, sometimes you have to have someone else co-sign.
Co-sign, yeah.
So the credit card would just be on their name. She said that it could build credit, could be a very good thing. It'd also be very useful tool in teaching them how to be financially savvy. Well, it could, but it also could go the opposite way, or unless you put a limit on the card and say, well, you reached your limit, which tells me that you're not very good
with money.
Because if you put I would put $100 limit or $200 limit.
Oh, yeah. Well, the thing
maybe
about
not
it
even
is,
that. But.
I mean, I know everything's done. All our money goes right to our accounts. So we use our debit cards like when we go to the movies and everything now.
Yeah, it's a debit. It's a cashless. They're trying to get rid of cash. It's a cashless society, which I'm not thrilled of. I don't carry as much cash as I should.
So these kids,
because I like to give tips. We talk about tips. People that work in the restaurant business,
give cash tips because they get them right then.
Yeah, and that says absolutely too young. Diane, yes. Penny, 100% too young. Okay. Next question was: Did I ask another one? Oh, it was the meatballs. How do you typically prepare your meatballs? This is important. Do you fry? Do you bake? Or you cook them raw in the sauce? My grandmother used to make an amazing meatball. Matt says that they bake theirs. We bake ours. We bake them, right?
We usually bake them.
But no, I
have fried them before.
If we have frozen, don't we put them in with the boiling
But they're
noodles?
already cooked.
I know, but we boil them with the noodles.
If I bought frozen at the store, I throw them in with the boiling noodles and just let them go.
Alan says he bakes them. Kristen said she used to fry them, that she switched to baking them, not totally, and then she lets them finish in the sauce, which is not a bad idea. So you just bake them a little bit and then throw them in the sauce. Mona says she fries them, then puts them in the sauce. Annette, brown and cook in sauce. Carla, bake and finish in the sauce. Penny, I bake them and put them in the sauce. Darylyn, open the bag. It was an easy way to throw them. Austin said, I'm normally preparing them for eating breadsticks at Olive Garden. Once I'm prepared, they eventually bring me out a plate with pasta and meatballs. So that's how he has it. I mean, that's a great way to have your meatballs just served to you. Nothing wrong with that. Hey, thanks so much for listening and watching. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the like button, especially if you're on YouTube or you're listening to us on any of your favorite podcasts. I'm just totally blanking. My mind I'm watching myself and it's freaking me out.
Is it?
Yeah, this is only the second time.
I can't see me. That's
I know.
And I've been picking at these brownies and stuff.
Yeah, I know you have. You haven't been
lot.
showing. You want to show the viewers that you're engaged.
Well, I'm engaged in these stupid brownies. And guess what? They're expired and they're still pretty doggone good. And you know what? I haven't had sugar for a long time, so they're making me crave sugar.
You can follow us on Facebook or X at Just Talking Out Loud. And thanks so much for listening. And we'll see you next week.
Have a great week.
Thank you for listening. We hope you enjoyed today's show.